welcome to my channel. Now this is the What Would You Make challenge. Of course, I'll get to a little bit more information about that in just a couple of minutes. Now I have decided for this video I was going to make some storage for my acrylic paints. I have a ton of bottles and I go through it quite quickly as well. But I need storage where I can see at a glance exactly what I have so I can use it. Because normally I sit and ruffle through these tubs full of my acrylic bottles. So what I did is I took some scrap 2x4s, plus I had one long piece of 2x4. Now, if you know anything about wood, you'll find out that a 2x4, you would think it's 2 inches by 4 inches. It's not. It is like 1 3/4 by 3 3/4, and that's not even accurate. They're all different. You have to measure it. Well, what I ended up doing was cutting it into like a set of stairs, 3 of them, so that I would have braces for the shelves to go on, so it's going to look like a staircase. That will make it where when I put the bottles of paint, I can see them. Plus I'll be able to cluster colors together. Now I do have some that is on I keep on my little cart that I push around, or I just work off of while I'm doing my paintings, and I change out those colors as needed. So I am just cutting all these, and you can see the stacks of the wood. Now each one of them is a little bit smaller, so that when I put them together, they will look like a set of stairs, and then I will put the shelves over them. Now I'm using one drill with a small drill bit, which will be a pilot hole. Then I'm using another drill for my to screw in the screws, and then the other one is just going to bore out a little bit of the wood so that the top of the screw will sink down into it, so that it will be flat. It won't be a bump. Now I had 18 inches to work with, so I made these 17 inches. Actually, I had a little more than 18, but I made them a little bit over 14 inches, so my large bottles would sit on the top with no problem. So here I am just drilling these all together, and then once I get these 3 done, what I'm doing is the ends, and then I'm doing a center brace, so that it because paint is heavy, and so I didn't want it to sink or to bow or break or whatever. So that is what I am doing. I'm going to let you watch this little bit of this process, and I will be right back. Okay, as you can see, these are all done, all three of them. I'm going to sand them really quick just to take out any rough edges. I don't want to go to pick it up and rough edges scratch me or whatever, cut into my skin, poke into me or anything. So I'm just going to give these all three just a quick sand just to get rid of those rough edges. And then we are going to start cutting the wood for on the table saw for the shelves, and that wood is out of part of a desk, a piece of wood, particle board, and that's what I'm going to use for the shelf. So here, let's get right to that. Okay, this is the What Would You Make challenge. I am one of the hosts, and Brenda from Rustic and Lace DIY, and our guest host this week is Up All Night DIY with Monica. So you're going to want to go down to the description box. Both of their channel links will be in there, as well as the playlist, plus a bunch of information as well. I hope you guys enjoy this video, as well as when you check out the whole playlist. I hope you enjoy those as well. Okay, let's get back to it. All right, so this is my table saw, and this is the piece of wood that was part of a desk that I am going to be, it's called stripping, when you take a wood and you run it lengthwise, or it could be whatever you're taking off, like strips of wood. So it's called stripping. So I'm setting the blade. You always want the blade poking up above your material so that it's not underneath it and it makes issues with your wood. So I'm just cranking it up. Then I just figure out the inches that I need, and I'm going to put my guard. I'm going to push it over and lock it into place right where I want the piece to be cut. Now I'll turn it on. I'll run it through here. You never pull your stuff back, your material back to you. That will cause a kickback, which means it's going to go flying. Those things I'm showing right there is my pushers. That's not the real right name, but I push the material. My hands never go near the blade. And I always wear safety glasses so that if there is any kickback or anything, my eyes are protected. So I'm going to be doing, you can see that's a little lip on the side. So I'm cutting this with the black part up. And I'm just going to cut this, and you can see the blade poking out. That's what you want. So here I am just pushing that through, and I go ahead and push through, cut all these. Now, each one are a little bit different in size, so I have to measure both of them, or each one of them, and reset my guard so I can cut them. So I'll let you watch this process, and I'll be right back. Now that was the last one, and I was taking that little lip that was curved off. So that is the very last one that I needed, and it took every bit of that board except for that little tiny piece, and I'll use that for something else later down the road. So now what I'm going to be doing is starting to construct. So I'm going ahead and I'm doing the same process with the pilot hole, I can never remember what that is when I sink it down in, and then the putting in the screw. And I don't use Phillips screw heads hardly ever. I usually use the star head because they don't strip out as much. So I'm just gonna let you sit and watch this process as I put it together. Now the final touches on this, I am just sanding a little spot that's sticking up. I didn't want it to be seen. Now look at all of that paint and look how beautiful it is sitting there, and I can see them all. Also, you guys have a most blessed week. And oh, there's I have an Etsy shop with my paintings, reproductions. I also have another channel. I'll put the link in the description box for both of those as well, and so that you can check those out, as well as my other channel's link. And hey, call somebody, ask them how they're doing. Just check in on them. Just be there for them. Also, don't forget to be the Bible that somebody reads today. Bye.